What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. Buck here, along with apparently it's Up Your Butt. Is that your name, Up Your Butt, sir?
Is that what it says?
Yeah, it says Up Your Butt.
It's supposed to say Up Your Button around the corner.
Well, all I can see is Up Your BUT.
Well, that's disappointing. Dang it.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 25, day 15 of the quarantine. We've got our mystery guest that's going to be joining us here in a little while. Dex, how are you holding up?
I'm doing pretty good, not bad. How about you? You doing all right?
I'm all right. Sarah's been working the past couple of days, so I'm kind of at my wit's end with the kids.
Wait, hold on a second. Oh, okay, that makes sense. The kids, because you were like, I'm okay. You don't sound good, bro.
No, I'm fine. Look, dude, I've got my new Baby Yoda Hope shirt on.
Ooh, I like that. That's nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good.
We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. So I wanted to talk about something today. Our friend Morgan posted a question on he basically posed a question to us, and this is what he says. I've got an interesting discussion point for you guys. I was wondering in a that people are literally locking themselves in bunkers and you two are forced to coexist under the circumstances. I'm wondering who would go crazy first, who would eat the other in order to survive when the Twinkies and booze run out. I know it sounds morbid, but the point is I want to hear you guys use your logic and argue who would survive and see what you would come up with. He says his money's on Buck. Convince me otherwise, Dex. What you got, son?
If you guys haven't read my Facebook response, because I did respond to that question, I was a little offended.
Total meathead response. You sound like a total gym rat response.
No,
Go ahead.
I laid down the facts. I laid down the facts is what I did. All right. There is no way you can sit here and try to convince me that you would outlast me in that situation. It's just not going to happen.
There's no doubt in my mind. You're talking about all this horse shit about growing up in Montana, living in the mountains and hunting and trapping and skinning. And my bet is you can't even tie a fucking lure on I bet you could even bait a fishing hook. Are you frozen? Oh my God, you're frozen. This is the best.
Am I frozen?
Yeah, you were frozen.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Since I've known you.
I win. Yoda wins.
I can't because I'm frozen.
I know you can't because it's not true. When have you ever skinned anything?
Really? My dad was a hunter and a trapper. He taught me from the time I was a little boy.
My dad was a mechanic too, and that doesn't mean I can go out and fix a car.
Yeah, I could if you put me out there. I could go out there and do a lot with the car.
We're not talking about cars. We're talking about surviving in the bunker here. Who would last?
Yeah. Okay, but to my point, okay, is that growing up in Montana, my dad always took my brother and I hunting. So we grew up since the time I was like 5-6 years old. We'd go up hunting elk, antelope, deer, and every time we'd kill one, I'd help my dad skin it. So I know how to do it. He taught us how to lay traps. I was a Royal Ranger. Okay, so I know knots. Okay,
dude, Royal Rangers don't count. I was in the Navy too, and we had knots too. You can't count the Royal Rangers.
Royal Rangers are the Christian Boy Scouts. Okay, Scouts. So
okay,
yeah. So growing up in Montana, it does over you. Plus, extreme winters. All right, you're a softie. There's no way you could last in Montana during the wintertime. You're too soft.
Let me explain something to you. I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I went to Hayes Middle School. I went to Highland High School. All right. That should be enough said right now as far as this discussion goes. It really should, because it's not like I grew up in some posh environment.
So,
oh, you're frozen. Oh, it's amazing.
frozen.
I know you can't.
Damn it.
I know you can't.
Anyways.
Sorry. Just because you can do 200 push-ups doesn't mean you're going to survive.
200 push-ups. I did 400 push-ups today. Can you hear me?
Well, yeah, I can hear you. Can you move closer to the door or something? This is getting out of hand. Yeah, and Dex was talking shit about Double J's Wi-Fi. That's a good point. Oh, that's good. He's got Trump China lips when he froze. That's amazing.
I'll move downstairs.
You need to move around.
Get closer to the router.
Yeah, get closer to the router. So anyway, welcome everybody to day 25 of the podcast. Right now we're talking about who would actually survive if the shit really hit the fan, the food's all gone.
I'm just going to move that here and see if it works.
Who's gonna? Is that roommate?
I mean, okay. How's this? You see me better?
Oh, that's much better. Yeah.
How's this?
Okay,
Can you hear me?
You don't have to put it right in front of your face.
Okay. Here we go.
You don't have to do that. So anyway, like I was saying, we were talking about who would survive, and I'm pretty sure it would be me.
Okay.
That's
comical.
That.
That's hilarious.
Really?
It really is. That's a really funny statement.
Okay, so tell us what your reasoning is.
Am I better now?
What do you mean, are you better? You sound fine.
Am I? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, I just didn't want to get frozen again.
Okay, so somebody's got a question for us.
Okay, go ahead.
Can either one of you make a fire? Yes, I can.
Absolutely.
A cup I could use. Huh? Next what?
Next question.
Oh. Okay. Let's see. Question number 2. Can you provide water? Yes, I know how to find water, especially in New Mexico.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's cactus. Find a cactus.
Okay. This isn't the Oh, you're funny. It's like a cartoon, right? You just take a knife and cut a hole in a cactus and just let the water pour into your canteen.
You know, you can eat cactus. You know, you can eat cactus, right? And they have water in them.
I do know that
cactus. You eat the cactus.
Okay.
You obviously didn't know that because
Okay.
you're laughing at me.
No. I was thinking
They would pour water out. Some cactus.
you come up and really, which ones?
You know what? What's that? Oh, like
Huh?
I know my cacti.
Which
Like I know my cacti. Like I can just tell you what kind of cactus.
Saguaro cactus, which one?
You know what?
Okay,
I go to
here we go.
Montana. We don't even have very many cactus up there. So
Another question. Question number 3. Can you skin an animal? Yes. Okay, apparently Dex can't because he's not responding. So I'm sorry, man. You keep freezing up and you're missing your golden opportunities to answer these questions.
I can't work like this.
Here, let me just do this. This is better. We'll just keep you small in the window over here and we'll just do this.
Okay.
I wanted to talk a little bit about essential businesses. Weirdly enough, they say real estate is an essential business, so I've actually been kind of working. Apparently, though, cocaine dealing is considered non-essential, even if basically every cocaine user out there in the world disagrees. Apparently, the cops in Hamilton, Ontario started following a 29-year-old guy for aggressive driving on Friday night, and they watched as he made a bunch of stops, obviously to sell drugs. Pulled the guy over, found a bunch of cocaine and cash in the car. He was charged for drug trafficking, and he tried to make the argument that he was an essential business, and that was his that was his excuse to the police. I'm an essential business. I'm out here selling cocaine to all my clients. But the Royal Mounted, whatever they're called, disagreed. Did you see that story?
I didn't see that, but that's hilarious. You know, I hope he got off. I hope he didn't get charged with anything.
What?
I hope he didn't get charged with anything.
Well, he did get charged. He got with drug.
Well, I would hope he wouldn't. It's a central part of our country. You know, that's how he makes his money. You know. Yeah.
So what's new? Anything new with you? Anything you want to talk about? Do we need to discuss?
Trying to think. You know, life is. It's kind of. There's not a whole lot you can do when you're under quarantine. You know, I mean, and I guess that's kind of a good thing in a way, because everybody should be learning a hobby, I think. You know, like I've been trying to think of a hobby. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm trying to think of a hobby that I could take up, like knitting.
Why don't you learn how to whittle? Oh, you know, I know something that would be good for you. You could add to all your mountain skills. Yeah. Why don't you learn how to crochet so you can make yourself a blanket and stay warm?
That's a good idea. You know, and I might do that. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. You know, ice sculpting, whittling. Yeah. I need to find something. What about you? What's that?
Instrument. I've been doing stuff around the house. I've been doing all these little jobs that I've needed to do for a long time, and you know, it's like painting baseboards, installing some baseboards. I'm working down in the basement. You know, kind of pimping this place out a little bit more, just making it even cooler down here. I love this basement. It's so cool.
Yeah, it is a cool basement.
Yeah, I've just been doing stuff like that.
Nice. Yeah. So, I mean, I've been doing my normal routine stuff. I've been trying to get my miles up every day. You know, I'm trying to get back up there to where I'm running, you know, 13, 15 miles a day. So right now I'm at about 9 or 10 miles a day. So, and it's hard.
I actually woke up this morning and I got up and I got the kids going and, you know, fed them breakfast and stuff and just knocked around the house a little bit. Then I worked out. Sarah's got a bunch of kettlebells here. So I just did like a full kettlebell workout. So I'm probably going to be pretty sore tomorrow.
Seriously, all you need is one kettlebell, you know, and you could do you could work out every muscle group in your body with one kettlebell. Heck, you don't even need a kettlebell. You know?
What do you mean you don't need a kettlebell?
You don't need one. You know, you could do so many different without having any sort of workout equipment. You know, you could use chairs, tables, find things that are heavy to lift up. That's what's kind of cool, is seeing a bunch of videos that are flying around the internet with people like finding, you know, bags of dog food and lifting them up over their heads, you know, as like stand bags.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Back, I'll do push-ups. I'll sit there and just like, you know, press them and yeah.
I like that.
What is?
Am I still freezing?
Yeah, you're still freezing a little bit. I don't know. There's somebody on with us. It's not our special guest.
Yes. You've been hacked. You have something that we want. This is not the time to play games. We're always watching. To-do list. Eggs. Hemorrhoid
what is
free.
it?
Big Titty Granny's magazine. One of those back scratchers. Chapstick. Not the gay kind either. A cucumber. Extra large condoms. Astro Blind. Do the Buck and Dex podcast. Basically the poor man's Netflix.
Is that a monkey? What is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
We're always watching.
That's not our.
Wait, what?
What? Who is this?
What did they say?
We're always watching.
We're always watching?
Who is this?
You thought you had a special guest.
Oh.
They're gone. You've been hacked.
This isn't Joe Rogan. This isn't my special guest.
Not special enough.
Somebody Somebody's taking over the screen like I'm not doing any of this stuff. I don't know what's going on.
There are things that you don't understand.
Who is this? Is this? Did you do this?
I have no idea
Jackson,
who is this.
What do you
I don't know.
Hello?
I don't know where he went.
It look like, is that Jimmy?
He's. Huh?
know?
Is that Jimmy?
Who is this? Unan. What does that say? Unanim. What?
You not
Anonymous?
Anonymous?
Anonymous Jim?
Anonymous Jim?
No. We're
Jimmy.
always watching.
Is this
This
Jimmy?
isn't Jimmy. No. This is Roger.
I think this
Oh.
is Jimmy.
Jimmy.
This is Roger.
Did you just hack into
There's
our
no-
feed?
Jimmy,
There's no
did
blood on our hands.
Jimmy, did you hack into our feed? Is this Jimmy? Did you hack into our feed?
I totally hacked you guys.
It's Jimmy.
How did you do that? What?
Hold on, let me roll up here. A little bit closer.
Roll up,
Hello?
Jimmy. Why is it all dark?
This is Jimmy.
Jimmy, why is it so dark?
Surprise!
Okay, surprise. Why is it? Can you turn the light on?
It's because the windows, it's sunny outside.
Can you turn the light on inside?
Why?
Listen, we just want to talk
I'm
to you.
listening.
Oh, God.
Pretty much
You're what?
Pretty much the poor man's version of Netflix.
It's what?
It's the poor man's version of Netflix.
Jimmy, are you still in your wheelchair?
Yeah, no, asshole. I just rolled up and just got robot legs. Wait, can I say asshole on the
Yes.
radio?
Yeah.
No, we're not on
you
the radio.
can.
Jimmy, this isn't the radio. This is the
You're
podcast.
I'm talking about like the kind that you put like when the poop comes out, that type of asshole, not something different.
You can say whatever you want, Jimmy. We don't have the same rules like we did on radio.
Balls.
Oh, you can say balls if you'd like, Jimmy.
Vagina.
Jimmy, hold on. How did you get on? Because you're not supposed to be on. We had a different mystery guest that was supposed to be on with us, and it definitely was not you.
That's because my buddy Calhoun's really good at hacking.
Calhoun's?
It's not plural, retard.
You can't say that.
I
It's
can't
not-
say what,
You
Oh my
can't say the
God.
R word. That's not nice.
but black people say the other word.
Oh
I'm
my
special needs.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I know your special needs, but you can't say that.
I have
All
a
right.
freaking wheelchair.
Hold on, Jimmy. Buck, since I might freeze, explain to everybody who Jimmy is if, you know,
That
all the
wouldn't
new
be the
people.
first time. Freezing and choking.
If you don't know who Jimmy is, Jimmy was actually a
Oh,
part
no,
of
Jimmy.
Jimmy, stop talking for a second.
I thought that's what the point of this show was.
Jimmy,
No.
I'm trying to
That's-
introduce you. Can you let
Yeah,
me?
that's a great platform. Let's have a podcast so we don't talk. I'm sure you're gonna get lots of viewers or listeners
Oh my gosh.
or listeners. What? Wait.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
Hey,
Jimmy.
how do you spell How do you
What?
spell? How do you actually spell anonymous?
Anonymous.
Yeah, I lost interest.
So,
You need to
okay,
calm down, Hot Wheels.
Yeah, if you guys don't know,
Did you call me?
Jimmy, what's on your face?
Did you just try to drink water through your mask?
I did, and it was successful.
Jimmy,
It was what?
Why?
what are you wearing, Jimmy?
some khakis.
Are you wearing a monkey mask?
It's because of the coronavirus.
The coronavirus?
Yeah, see, I got my gloves on too.
It's not called the coronavirus. It's
man.
called.
Yeah, great time to freeze up, pal. That's what
Holy
happens
crap,
when you
man.
live in your mom's basement, Aaron. Get shitty service down there, don't you?
But I'm not freezing up. I'm just fine, Jimmy. I don't have any issues with my internet right now.
Man. No, you're freezing up. You're freezing up, Buck.
Jimmy, how
I'm
did
pretty
you,
much the only one with like 400 megabytes per second internet in this country because my friend Calhoun.
okay, who is this friend Calhoun that you're talking about?
I didn't say anything.
You did. Who is Calhoun, Jimmy?
My God, do I have to keep wearing this? It's so hot. This
Well,
is
I mean,
a bad idea.
You don't have
Calhoun,
to.
this is a bad idea.
Jimmy,
This is just it's too hot. I'm just gonna breathe a little bit. Then
Oh my gosh. This is so weird seeing Jimmy.
It doesn't. I think he doesn't even
Is
look.
this
Like so, what's the deal with your mask? Why are you wearing the mask indoors?
because there's nasty people that come over here. Have you ever heard of like death nurses and stuff that just
Death
killed patients?
Death nurses. They're called patients. It's not patients. This is.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have anybody come to your house.
Shit.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have people over, Jimmy. Jimmy, how did you? Okay, I need you to stop and just listen to me. How did you get on this? You look like a fucking chimpanzee. How did
Are you?
What's the matter? You don't like monkeys?
I love monkeys.
I
Oh my gosh. Holy cow, man.
Oh my god, Jimmy, how did you get on here? I need to know.
What?
I need to know how you got on here.
Let me find the microphone. Because I clicked the button.
What do you mean?
Click the button. I don't know if we're gonna get a straight answer from Jimmy.
I don't
So
think-
I'm straight. I'm not gay anymore.
Oh, I forgot you went through that experimental
you
phase.
did. I remember that.
It's ridiculous. You suck one penis and you're labeled gay.
Jimmy. Okay, what's your favorite memory of being on the Buck and Deck show over the years? Because we've had you on for, gosh, I don't know, over 10 years.
Probably the bitches.
The
The
what?
what?
The bitches.
You never got any bitches.
I got plenty of booty.
No, you didn't.
Got warts.
I remember that. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the Icy Hot,
Nice and hot.
Will Across America. That was one of my favorite.
It was cool. The little cell thingy that went on the.
Good Lord, you are creepy looking.
I wore these gloves so you couldn't tell if I was white or black.
Jimmy, we can see the top of your head.
Dude, you're freaking me out, man.
Is this
Kinda
like Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, it's
It
freaking
totally
me
looks like
out.
Planet of the Apes. Jimmy, so what have you been doing?
Only shitty thing about that is I can't wheel my wheelchair up into a tree.
Why can't you wheel your? No, you can't wheel your wheelchair up into a tree.
That just doesn't make sense.
No, it does not make sense, buddy. What have you been doing? Jimmy, what have you been doing?
Trying to do a podcast.
I know. Well, apparently you hopped on our podcast somehow. I'm not even sure how you got on here.
There was a link. Calhoun said if they when they go online, you push this button, and then we just hacked them. That's pretty much about it. It's not that hard. It's just the world of espionage.
Espionage.
Not a big deal.
So, are you a hacker now, Jimmy?
I mean, I don't know who gives you the label, but pretty much.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Okay, so do you still have your male nurse Bo?
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
No,
What happened to Bo?
he died from diarrhea from dehydration.
The
What are you talking
dehydration.
about?
He died from dehydration because of the diarrhea.
How did he get diarrhea? I mean, what was it?
Oh, geez. I'm not a doctor, Aaron. How do you get diarrhea?
Did he have a bad virus?
Yeah, did he have some kind of flu bug or something, or what was it?
Hang on a second. Let me just go through my charts. I don't freaking know, Aaron.
Whoa! You just knock off Buck? You just
He's
knocked
done.
Buck off the feed.
That's what happens when you get mouthy with me and Calhoun. We're
Wow.
pretty much baller status.
We don't need him anyways. Anyways,
I hear-
Jimmy, so what have you been doing?
Wow.
What have you been doing over the years, man? What's life been?
They think they can. You want to keep coming at me, bro?
What? I didn't do anything. Why are you trying to kick me off?
How you like that little message? There's another something for you.
Hey, what?
Congratulations, folks. You just tuned into the Jimmy Show. Buck and Dex has been suspended like they did when they got fired last time because of all the sword fighting that they were doing in the studio.
Jimmy, knock it off, dude. Seriously, quit taking over the feed.
Oh, this is so much fun. Calhoun, do it again.
Don't do it, Calhoun.
This is my Jimmy dance. If I could take my clothes off, I would, and you would love it. Cause I got really big like sausage nipples, and there's like hair around there. I guess podcasts are kind of boring if it's just by yourself. I got
Jimmy, seriously, knock it off.
you love hairy men.
No, I don't love hairy men.
That's not what it says on the screen, pal.
No, it says up your button around the corner.
Try again. He's in timeout.
No,
Oh, did you want to
stop,
try
Jimmy.
again?
Where's Buck? Bring Buck back. Bring Buck back.
Dude,
There-
he knocked me off.
I know. He keeps knocking me off.
I'm pretty much like a cyber.
A what?
I'm pretty
What?
much like a cyber.
A cyber terrorist? Are you a cyber terrorist?
I'm not at liberty to discuss those type of things.
Jimmy, what have you,
Jimmy, you can't drink through the mask.
As you know,
Wow, maybe you can.
Jimmy, what have you been doing?
clearly I've been going to school to learn how to hack bitches. See how that
Oh,
works?
gosh.
This is my pose. If I could get one of those things, Calhoun, can you make one of those things with the hat that comes down and the glasses that fly on?
What is that? Do you hear that? Do you hear that, Jimmy? What's that noise? Are you okay? Jimmy! Jimmy, are you all right?
Motherfuckers! Motherfuckers!
Are you in a trailer?
Oh,
Are you okay? What happened?
Oh,
What happened, buddy?
I just puked in my mouth, in my mask, and it's all over my face. Feel like a jackwagon.
Why do you puke every time that song comes on?
I don't know.
Everlong, and
It's
you
funny. And then you wonder why I quit the show.
No, Jimmy.
Abuse.
Now that you're here, we want you to stay.
But you made me puke in my mask.
That actually wasn't nice, Buck. You shouldn't have done that.
I didn't do it. You did it.
Was
I
that
didn't do
Aaron?
that. Jimmy, that wasn't me. That was Buck.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe it was Calhoun.
You know what, Aaron? Why don't you go ahead and have a little bit of time out there, pal?
Oh,
Enjoy,
Jimmy, come on.
yeah,
Okay.
enjoy that, dickweed.
Are you okay, Jimmy? You all right?
So I hear you're going to be a firefighter?
Well, I'm trying. I mean, that's the plan. So
Don't have
we'll
age
see.
restrictions on that?
Yes, I would like to hear your prediction.
I said they don't have any age restrictions? They just let any old saggy pair of balls come in there and put on a firefighter suit?
As long as you can pass the test, you can be a firefighter.
Great. Where'd I sign up? Because apparently it's not that hard to get a firefighter's degree.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, I don't know if I can do it yet, so it might be really. It's hard. I mean, I haven't
There you go,
passed the
Aaron.
test yet.
You're back.
Thank you, Jimmy, for bringing me back.
You wanna run your mouth some more with the Foo Fighters Everlong?
I apologize. Please forgive me.
All right. You only got one shot, so don't miss your chance to flow, Aaron.
Jimmy, can you get back into the camera? What are you okay,
Where did he go?
Jimmy?
Where did he go? I don't know.
That's crazy. Jimmy just popped up. He hacked our feed.
Dude, that guy. He's you know, I did the Foo Fighters thing. That was me. He's the one who did all this
I know
other
it was
stuff.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, how is he doing that?
I don't know, man. He keeps talking about somebody named Calhoun or something like that.
Gosh, it's been a while since we've talked to that guy. Well, he's gone now.
All right. Well, I guess it's just us now. Just doesn't seem as exciting.
I know. It's like,
Not as
what,
fun. You're
what
not as fun as
do we talk about now? I mean, I was trying to think of some of my favorite moments with Jimmy. Because like I said, did he come back?
He popped on and he popped off.
Jimmy?
Jimmy?
And the truth is found to be. Don't you want somebody?
I don't know what he's doing.
Anyways, some of my favorite moments with Jimmy, definitely Wheel Across America.
Bring it!
Jimmy?
Jimmy? Ah, shit!
What is that?
What was that? I was like, what is that?
Jimmy, what are you doing?
Jimmy, hello. I don't know what happened to Jimmy. All right, well, he went away. So anyway, you were saying some of your favorite moments with Jimmy.
Yeah, what about you? You have a favorite moment? The Icy Hot is another one of my favorites.
I think the Icy Hot, the Tiger Bomb Icy Hot thing was pretty good. That was pretty funny. And then the whole Wheel Across America thing. I mean, that was pretty entertaining. You know, he ended up down in Mexico and got sideways with the cartel or something down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Brain Damaged Betty. Remember, he kind of had a thing with Betty. Do you
No,
remember?
they were like kind of enemies, weren't they?
Yeah, but I don't know did she have a crush on Jimmy or did Jimmy have a crush on her? I don't know. I know they fought a lot. I think Betty might have had a crush on him.
Yeah, I don't know. I know she talked about making sweet love to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want some good news?
Yes.
You know, I watched the president's briefing yesterday. It was really long. It was a couple hours long, and they're kind of talking about how we're in the midst of kind of getting up to that plateau of, you know, where we're at with the coronavirus. And they're saying like these next 2 weeks are probably going to be pretty hairy. So I figured we could have some good news and just try to get everybody's mind off of it, and you know, yeah. So there's a newspaper delivery guy. He's in New Jersey. Not only has he been delivering newspapers, but he's also delivering groceries to anybody on his route who's high risk and can't leave the house. That's nice.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's super
Okay.
nice.
You know, I saw there was a kid on. Do you have that neighborhood watch app?
You mean next door?
Next door.
Yeah.
There was a teenage kid since school is out. I think he said he was 17, and he put a message out the other day, and he was telling everybody, hey, if there's any elderly people that need me to go to the grocery store for them, just hit me up. I'd love to go and you know, get whatever you guys need. And it was such a cool gesture from a teenage kid, you know, who has a driver's license and can, you know, is not doing anything right now. So, you know, it's pretty cool to see the you know, the love and support from a lot of people out there that are trying to help everyone out.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny. I talked to Tate Fletcher today, and he's probably going to come on with us next week. But
Good.
We were just kind of talking about how this is you know, this is not like an us or them thing. This is really it's just a human thing. You know,
Yeah.
this is a human being thing. So, Daniel Chavez says him fighting with brain damage Betty. He did fight with brain damage Betty. Jimmy did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
All right. Let's see, what else do we got? Apparently, Chris Cuomo from CNN, Andrew Cuomo's brother, announced yesterday he's got coronavirus and he's quarantining in his basement. He's also doing his show from there. He said, quote, I've been exposed to people in recent days who have subsequently tested positive. I had fevers, chills, and shortness of breath. We will all beat this by being smart and tough and united.
Wow.
Yeah, that sucks. Who else?
What's up, Rampaldi?
Is Rampaldi on there?
Yep.
Pink Subaru all the way. Can you get the mayor on the podcast? We're already working on that, dude, actually. And I believe we can. Yeah.
Want to talk to the mayor?
Yeah. Thinks that he is going to be, that he's battling the coronavirus right now. He's recovering from pneumonia in both lungs. Says he lost my sense of smell and taste, which is the main sign of the virus. ESPN tennis announcer Patrick McEnroe, brother of John, has the virus. Gary Holt from Slayer and Exodus has it. Who else? So those are the latest celebrities that have contracted the coronavirus.
You know, I've been noticing too, a lot of people on Facebook and Instagram, and even people that I've known, they've been talking about how they think they had the coronavirus. They're not sure, but a lot of January and February were sicker than they've ever been. They're kind of wondering, man, did I have the coronavirus and get through it? You know, because most people do recover, but it's supposed to be just hell for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw somebody posted something the other day on Facebook, and he was just kind of talking about how he had the coronavirus and just how it felt. I mean, some people don't have really any symptoms, and some people just really get get hammered. So
yeah.
Joshua 1:9. What is Joshua 1:9, Dex? Do you know off the top of your head?
I don't. You want me to look it up?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Let's see. What we got?
You know what I started binge watching with the girlfriend?
What?
Is that Scientology show with was it Leah Renna?
Leah Remini.
Yeah, the new season of that. Gosh, man, have you ever watched that show?
Yeah.
Such a good show, man. And this on the third season, they're kind of going over different, like going over other religions. Like the first episode, they did Jehovah's Witness and talked to a group of people that grew up in that, and have lost family members. It's intense, man. Watching that, it's freaks.
Yeah.
It's just freaky.
Yeah. Did you see the Going Clear documentary?
Yeah,
about
that was good. That was really good.
Yeah, there's another good one on Netflix too. I can't remember what it's called, but there's another really good one on Netflix. That one was a little bit freakier.
How the hell the government hasn't shut that down? I don't know, man. There's a lot of crazy evil things going on. I mean, I guess you could say that in every religion, there's definitely good and bad. So I don't know.
Joshua 1:9, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. I should have known that.
Nice.
I should have known that, man. Yeah. Tell me, can you hear this?
April Fool.
I feel like such a fool.
We don't get fooled again.
Could you hear that?
Yes, I could.
Okay. Because I have this quarantined parody I wanted to play and see what you guys think.
The testing shortage makes it difficult to find out exactly who has the coronavirus.
Many are being told to self-quarantine.
So what does a self-quarantine look like?
I'm stuck in my home. My bones are all bored. I've never had leisure time like this before. Could read a long book. Could learn how to cook. Could start playing chess, but what the hell's a rook? Look up from my phone. Still nothing to say. We know what each other's up to every day. Is this what it's like for me to retire? Guess I'll keep my job and hope I don't get fired.
This is awful.
Like watching paint go dry. I'm bored. Got a lot of stuff in my Netflix queue that I've never watched. Guess I'm going to. Feel like a kitten stuck up in a tree. When I'm getting down is a mystery. Kind of bored too.
This is terrible.
Quarantine.
What do you mean terrible? It's great.
I'm bored.
I thought that was amazing. What are you talking about?
I was just praying that Jimmy would somehow pop on during that segment.
Oh, geez. So I watched the president's address yesterday, and they were talking about how the next 2 weeks are going to be pretty bad. They're saying that right now, the U.S., we have over 200,000 cases in the United States. And they're saying that 50% of the carriers are basically, they don't even know that they have it. And they're out there infecting people. So you guys got to remember to stay home and, stay away from people as much as possible just to try to slow this thing down if we can.
Yeah. No, it's true. We got to, and I think I wouldn't be surprised if the governor shuts down the parks and the trails, because, when I try to go out for a run every day, and when I go out, I try to stay away from everybody. But I can see people in groups, just chatting it up and hugging each other. And it's crazy how many people, and I love the fact that people are out getting exercise and getting out and getting some sun. But at the same time, you got to stay away from people. And that's just not happening.
Yeah. I don't know that they'll close the parks. I was listening to Dr. Fauci today, and he was talking about what he's doing to cope with all this stuff. And he said when he got home yesterday, he went out with his wife when he got home last night, and they went out and they went for a run and just stayed away from people. So
Yeah.
he doesn't think that that's a bad thing. I mean, if he's out doing that, I mean, that guy's kind of like the voice of reason. I was thinking about like some new products that could be made, after all this is over. And I was thinking that there could be like Fauci flakes, like corn flakes, but Dr. Fauci, because you have the Fauci donuts, right?
Yeah.
So if you
Okay.
have
Yeah.
donuts,
Sure.
why can't you have Fauci flakes?
I mean, yeah. Okay. I'm with you.
Yeah. What else you got?
I don't really have anything else. I just remembered when I was out for a run the other day, I was running up this street in a neighborhood, and there was this mom and her daughter, and they had a new puppy on a leash. And I usually wave at people, and the mom goes, "Hey, do you want to pet our dog?" And I looked at her like, "Wait, what?" And she goes, "We're not scared of the virus. If you're not scared, you can pet our dog." And I go, "I'm good." Then I started thinking about it. I'm like, did she just say we're not scared of the virus?
Yeah, it's funny when I was talking to Tate today. One of the things that he said was, I don't know how to really take this right now, because he's like, is it just a flu? And I was like, well, it's more than the flu, but it's just super contagious. I mean, it seems like right now the death rate for this in the United States is like, I think it's under 2%. I think it's like 0.19% or something like that. But it's just so contagious, and you just never know like who it's going to really adversely affect, because I mean, all demographics are dying. I mean, the majority of the people are obviously older people that have these underlying health conditions. But I mean, it's still killing. Well, I mean, I was thinking of that soccer coach, but that soccer coach, they found out he had cancer, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't know he had cancer, and he actually had cancer. So
yeah, but it just seems like such a, it's just so ignorant to say, because, okay, you don't fear the virus. And let's say, okay, this woman and her daughter, if they got it, most likely they could get through it. But the fact that if they don't stay quarantined, and let's say they ended up getting it and then they pass it on to somebody else, eventually it could lead to someone's death, somebody that has a disease or an illness, or a respiratory disease. That's the ignorant thing to say. Well, we're not scared of the virus. And it's like, well, you should be scared of people dying,
Yeah. Yeah, because you can definitely pass that on to other people. There's no doubt about that. So, and that's one of the things that I worry about. Like, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, like, I actually like my in-laws, and they came over on Sunday for my mother-in-law's birthday, or yesterday or something like that. And, I started talking to Sarah about this, because my mother-in-law stopped working. She was working at a place, and she's a physician's assistant, but she actually stopped working. But then my father-in-law works in construction, and he's still working. But, I was talking to Sarah about it. I was like, should we have them around us? Because, they're older, and, should we do that? And she's like, well, it's kind of up to them and up to you. So.
Whoa. Jimmy?
Jimmy?
What are you doing? Are you eating a sandwich? Huh?
Tried. Damn it. This is bad. Got some.
What? What'd you say,
Jimmy?
Jimmy?
Do you like
Jimmy, what are you
playing
doing?
games?
I like games.
That's not what I'm talking about, smartass.
What'd you say?
Did you
You
say,
know,
do you
there's-
like playing games?
There's consequences for playing games.
Yeah? What's
What
that?
do you mean?
But I mean, aside from like winning the game and stuff, but I'm just saying like in like a bad way.
Uh-huh.
There are consequences.
What are you doing?
He's rolling his chair over, dude.
Why are you doing that, Jimmy?
There's always consequences, Dex.
Don't do that. That's scaring me. That was a little freaky.
He's gone.
I don't know if I like him anymore.
He kind of threatened you.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if I like him anymore. He's creepy. He's not funny. What are you doing?
This text is really small. I couldn't see it. Sorry.
I liked him better just on the phone.
Jimmy, did you just threaten Dex?
Just remember, it's all fun and games till somebody gets hurt.
Wow. Okay.
And then he's gone. He just disappears. He vanishes. Wow. Okay.
Lucky says,
Was he trying to eat a sandwich through his mask?
I think so.
Is he in a trailer? He looks like he's in a trailer.
I don't know. I mean, it kind of looked like it. There's like wood paneling and that old light fixture up there.
Kind of how I imagined him, in a trailer, in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Brandy Brown says, thanks for the quarantine entertainment.
Of course.
You are welcome, Brandy Brown. You are welcome.
That's my parents' den from 1977. Yeah.
Huh,
Anyways.
what is this? I'm going to play something for you.
All right.
If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than a war. We have invested a huge amount in nuclear deterrence, but we've actually invested very little in a system to stop an epidemic. We're not ready for the next epidemic. We need to get going because time is not on our side. In fact, if there's one positive thing that can come out of the Ebola epidemic, it's that it can serve as a early warning, a wake-up call to get ready. If we start now, we can be ready for the next epidemic.
That was Bill Gates in 2015
Yeah, I saw that video.
during a TED Talk.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, I watched that whole video, and it was a little creepy, man, because he was talking about this very situation that we need to start preparing for. He was telling them, like, we don't have enough equipment at hospitals. We need to start preparing now and look at the situation we're in right now. And we're trying to stay home so that people don't get infected, because if those hospitals, man, fill up, like, look at all these nurses and doctors right now. You see the videos and pictures of them, and oh man, my heart goes out to them, man, because they're working overtime, and they're there having to put their lives on the line for us. They're sacrificing themselves and their health to try to beat this thing and to try to help people. And it's, I can't remember the stat, but there was the stat that came out about how many police officers around the country have it, and it's insane. So many police officers right now have the virus, and they're not able to work. So what then? If our police officers, firefighters, nurses, all of our first responders get this, we're screwed.
Yeah. You're right, man. Did you hear about this guy? This guy, John Mikulski. He's the founder of a company called Far East Holdings, and he does a lot of stuff with China. Apparently, this guy, through connections that he has, managed to get 10 million face masks, sent to hospitals in Illinois.
Oh, wow.
And apparently, he needed the money like immediately before somebody else bought him. So the state of Illinois cut him a check for $12.9 million.
Wow, no
Yeah.
kidding. That's cool.
And apparently he got to the bank and there was some confusion at the bank when he tried to cash the check, but he refused to take off until they did it. So he actually worked it out and got 10 million face masks sent to a hospital in Illinois, or
Wow.
hospitals, I should say, in Illinois.
Yeah, no, that's the big thing, man. If anybody's listening right now and you guys have those face masks, you need to hand them over, because that's the biggest thing right now. And I guess even, just the regular, masks that people are wearing, just a cloth mask, they're saying now that that's actually, it's probably good to wear those, just in case, let's say you had it and you had to sneeze or any sort of, spit or anything that comes out of your mouth, it's just going to stop that, so it's probably a good thing, as far as like you getting, I mean, it doesn't stop it, but it helps is what they're saying.
Yeah. Somebody wants to know what you're holding.
Microphone?
It's the microphone he took from my basement.
It's a microphone. It's kind of a odd looking microphone, but
It is. James Horn, that means, are you going after somebody named James Horn?
oh no, he asked if I would give him some workouts. So I gave him a workout. I told him, go run 10 miles, do 100 sit-ups, and get back to me when he was done. And then he's complaining about it. He's complaining about it.
That is his anal probe, Esteban. That's Dex's butt plug.
That's
Sorry,
real
buddy.
funny. Real mature, guys. Real mature.
Mr. Microphone. Remember Mr. Microphone?
Uh,
All right. Well,
let's call it.
yeah, you guys. What?
We're going to call it.
I guess. I mean, you're not really saying anything. You're not helping me out.
What do
So
you
I
mean?
feel like I'm just carrying all this like I would if you ended up having to live in my bunker. I'd end up carrying your dead weight.
That is not true at all.
I'd have to go out and gather and, feed you, and you'd probably ask me to bathe you.
I might do that. Let's face it. Yeah, I'd probably ask you to bathe me.
Somebody thinks you're not wearing pants.
Would you like to see? Oh,
Oh, dude,
Ooh.
no, who wants to see that? Don't do that.
Oh.
You're not that
Oh.
dude that always sending pictures of everybody. You know what? I'm taking you off. There you go. You need to stop it.
I'm stopping. All right. Well, Jimmy, if you're still listening, adios, amigos. Jimmy.
Yeah, next week, Tate Fletcher will be joining us. I'm still working on trying to get the mayor on. I mean, obviously he's probably super swamped, but I've got a couple of people that actually I've got a couple of connections that we might be able to have him on. I mean, if we do, it'll be like probably 15 or 20 minutes. But and then also, what's today? Tuesday? Is today Tuesday?
I think it's Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday.
Yep.
So maybe what we'll try to do is we'll try to have Darren on with us, Darren White from Pure Life
Yeah.
in 96.3 KKOB, and see if he will come on with us maybe Friday.
Cool. We should try to get somebody that has the coronavirus on. Do you know anybody?
No, I don't.
Does anybody in the Buck and Dex Army have a family member or friend that has the coronavirus? We'd
My
like an
pal-
exclusive interview.
My pal Efren says you're probably wearing a romper right now.
Maybe I am.
I couldn't hear you. You cut out.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am.
I wonder if that microphone is what's wrong with your. What's wrong?
I don't know. Maybe.
Is it plugged in all the way?
Is that better? Is that better?
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
didn't even touch it. It's just
Yeah, I
touching me.
think you probably didn't. All right. Hey,
You
you
be
guys.
safe, man. Be safe.
I'm fine, man. I've got my fallout shelter that I'm in, and I'm in good
Good.
shape.
Good.
I'm in
All right.
excellent shape. So you guys be kind to everybody out there. One thing I do want to talk about is if you're one of those people that you have the ability to help, what one of the things that's going on is, when Tate and I were talking today, he was talking about, I hope the food doesn't run out. When people get desperate, they do desperate things, and that's when crimes are committed. So everything seems to be pretty even keel right now, as much as it can be. But if you guys are in a position to possibly donate some money to the Roadrunner Food Bank or the Storehouse or something, you should go online and do that, because those guys are they're running on fumes, man. So I should say I'm going to go on after we get off and make a little donation to those guys. So whatever you can give those guys would be helpful. So go on, make a donation, and that's it.
All right, amigo. I'll see you soon. Jimmy, if you're listening, adios. Buck and Dex Army. Bye.
Bye, everybody.